Go ahead, Promise. Show them how it's done. Show them how it's done, Promise.
I'm 15. I'm not going to Luxury High. I make t-shirts and notebooks. And my biggest win was having my website and my logo.
Good job, good job, good job, good job, good job, good job. Good job. I replied to your text message, right? I think I did. I think I replied to your text when you sent me your website. Good job. Yes.
You introduce yourself to the new people.
Okay, I might. Who next? You gonna go, KK? You got to show your cousins how to do it, KK.
Yes.
Long day camp.
Gotta show a good example for them.
Second day. What kind of camp you go to? What kind of camp? Our mental fitness STEM camp. That's what's up. I can see how that would be
I'm
exhausting.
coming back here when I can go to summer camp.
Who else gonna go? If we start giving out cash, everybody be want to go. I'm like, who want to go now? We get $20.
What about $20 after dinner?
Who next? Who next?
I'll give you $50 if you go. Turn it up to 100.
Who next?
150.
So what's your name?
1,000.
Yeah.
Carmelo.
Carmelo, go. You go more, Carmelo. Carmelo, like he confident, he ready. Go ahead, Carmelo.
My name is Carmelo. I'm 11. I'm going to Madras Middle School right now. And
Do you have a business?
not yet, but I will have one.
Okay. And what's your big win this week?
Well, starting camp.
Starting camp. There you go. Give him a hand, give him a hand, give him a hand, give him a hand. Let me give y'all a challenge. Before y'all go to bed every night, I want y'all to write down at least one win y'all had for the day.
Dad.
Yes.
And he was the only one responding to the money. He said he kept on saying no. So if you just called him, I knew he would go.
Oh, okay. So I want y'all to write down at least one win before y'all go to bed.
I know one win.
Who's up for that challenge? Who's up for that? Please.
Do we get paid?
No, you don't. You get paid. You'll pay yourself by developing the habit of recording your wins. Because when you record your wins, you get more wins. So you pay yourself. Does that make sense? Make sense?
Yeah.
Good job, Carmelo. Get Carmelo in hand, man. First day. That's what I'm talking about. Talk to us, KK.
My name is Caitlin. I'm 10 years old. I'm in 12th grade. In the school I go to is Main Street. And the business that I have is KK's World, KK's Cakes and Things. And the big win is getting out A's and B's.
Getting our A's and B's? Good job, good job, good job. Did you bring snacks for sale today? Okay. This is awesome. So what's the count? Is it like
Right up the street in Fairburn at the Georgia Military Campus.
Oh, okay.
And they do a lot of hands-on STEM activities. It's really cool.
Good stuff, good stuff, good stuff. You want to go, niece?
I'm going.
You already went. Where you going? Go ahead. You want to go?
My name is Royale.
Royale? Okay.
What am I supposed to say?
How old are you? What school do you go to? What do you do? And what's your big win this week?
I'm 14. I go to Northgate High. My business, I don't have one yet.
Okay.
I don't have one.
Yes, you
What is your business
Yeah.
going to be?
Oh, henna tattoos.
What is it?
Henna tattoos.
Doing tattoos?
Henna tattoos. So like when you go like vacation and stuff, the tourists, they do like henna tattoos where they'll last for like 2 weeks and then they wash off. But they're really popular. Like when we went to Panama City, we probably spent like $200 on henna tattoos
Wow.
for them. And they did like small ones, but like one like this size my son got was like $40.
Okay. That's what's up. So you know how to do those? Okay. So why you say it's going to be your business and it's not your business?
Because I haven't started it yet.
Because you haven't started yet. Okay, cool. And what's your big win this week?
Making it through another year.
Say it one more time.
Making it through another year.
Making it through another year too? Cool. Give her a hand, give her a hand, give her a hand, give her a hand. Who next? Ro, we're the only one that went. Go, Ro. Go, Ro. Come on. So your name is Royale, and his name is Royal. Just y'all sitting right there. Go.
My name is Roy Russell.
You gotta tell them. I already know.
My name is Roy Russell. I'm 6. What else was
What school you go to?
I forgot.
Well, you out of school right now.
You don't have school.
Okay.
So just
You have a business? What's your business?
I haven't started one yet.
What about the food truck? Not right now? Okay.
And what was it?
What's your biggest win this week?
Going to first grade.
You gonna start bleeding. Graduating and go to first grade? Good job, 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 good job. Huh?
When do I graduate?
You just graduated, didn't you?
No.
What grade you just
I
finished?
think when you get the fifth grade.
Fifth, say it one time.
5th grade is the next graduation.
Fifth grade is the next graduation.
Told you.
What grade did you just finish?
First.
Well, you technically graduated. You ain't going to like a new, like,
Right, you got promoted.
you got promoted. There you go. There you go. There you, so you got promoted is going to the next grade. Graduation is when you go into a whole nother environment.
I heard there's bullies in third grade. And the biggest fear is that I'm going face to face.
Oh, definitely not. You're strong
No,
and powerful.
we deal with bullies. We ain't worrying about that.
Oh, you'll
Don't do that. You're gonna bleed.
fighting.
You're gonna bleed.
You'll think you're wrong.
Leave it alone. All right. So, what we learned last week? Somebody tell me what we learned last week. We covered a lot last week. Y'all ate good, everything. Give me an update. What y'all learned last week?
That never underestimate.
Gotta raise your hand. Raise your hand. You said what?
Never underestimate a business by its name.
Never underestimate a business by its name? Okay. Where you get that one from?
I just used it in my own words.
You just put it in your own words? Okay. Cool. Who else? What y'all learned last week? What y'all get last week? What you got, Promise? Play the long game. Cool. Who else?
Don't give up. Don't give up easily.
Don't-
Even if something go bad.
Don't give up easily when something go bad. Who else?
Definitely have a right system. Yeah, you don't want to run yourself ragged.
Definitely have a right system.
Don't lose hope.
When Keon said his business was like up and then it went negative, he said his account was negative how much? Anybody remember? Anybody caught? How much was it?
29,000.
You said it was negative what?
What's like
9,000.
112?
Like $115?
29,000.
What was it? Was it 29,000 or 59,000?
59.
I think it was 59 too.
It was 20.
20? Okay. Look at him paying attention. I thought he was asleep. He was paying attention. He was just closing his eyes.
He was frank.
He was just closing his eyes, just taking it all
It
in.
was like he was just listening to an audiobook.
He got it.
He
What
was
else?
listening, but his eyes weren't looking.
That's what it was. Who else? What else y'all get? What else y'all get last week? There was a lot to take in. What else y'all get?
When you do something,
Stop, man. You're going to bleed.
when you do something, you face the consequences.
When you do something, you face consequences. Take that out. Sit it right there. Sit it right there. Thank you.
Make sure you own something, because by him owning his car, he was able to fund the title and help pay his employees. I thought that was great. Because, I remember we had the discussion about how black people, we're worth like $40 it was. And I had a discussion with a friend of mine that she got upset and she said, well, they always talking. So I said, yeah, they always talking, but listen to what they are saying. I said, in the event of your demise, what do you actually have other than your clothes that no one is gonna wear? What do you have to give to someone? What is it that you own as we're standing now?
Let me see.
So even with him being able to actually own something and have an actual title, like this is my car, he was actually able to, use it as leverage, and he was able to pay his employees. So I thought that was great that he actually owned something.
Cool.
Yeah.
What else? Anybody else? What else? Anybody else get something?
Christian.
Christian, you was here?
Yeah.
You was here last week. Did you get something?
Yeah.
Did you get what you got? You got something last week that you want to share? Okay.
Wait, what do you mean I want
Did you learn something last week that you want to share? Okay. Jabbar, you weren't here, were you? That's right, you weren't here. What you learned, Jabbar? I know you learned. So you always soaking it in.
And he has
What you get? Shh. I got this. Thank you.
I learned to just stick with it.
Stick with what?
Like, just keep going.
Just keep going. Okay. Cool. All right. So who did the Black Entrepreneurship History assignment? So I promise hand. So who was the person we did?
O.W. Gurley.
O.W. Gurley. So tell us about O.W. Gurley, promise.
He was the first, one of the first wealthiest black men.
He was one of the first wealthiest black men. Okay.
He was the founder of the Greenwood District in Oklahoma.
He was the founder of the Greenwood District in Oklahoma.
What is that?
You finna find out.
He was an educator, an entrepreneur, and a landowner.
He was a, say it one more time. Educator
Entrepreneur and landowner.
and landowner. Cool.
He had this, the Black Wall Street was destroyed by, well, it started off because with this, it was called the Tesla Race Massacre.
The Tulsa Massacre.
Yeah.
Yep.
It started with a black male shoe shiner. He was 19 and he was accused of molesting a 17-year-old white elevator operator.
Cool. Good job. Give her a hand. Give her a hand. Anything else you want to add? No? Cool. Good. Great. Excellent. Excellent. Who else? Anybody else want to add something to that? Who else did it? Of course you did it.
I didn't have enough time.
It's nice. That's bull. You have more than enough time.
I had to go to the
But you know what? I could not find as much detailed information on him as I could, and it kind of, struck a flame in me.
What did you get though?
I mean, just basically like what she said. He was a landowner, and he would buy the land and he would sell it, amongst his community. They was more so geared toward, Tulsa and the massacre, but I really wanted to know about him.
Got it.
But yeah, they were mostly geared around that, but which was great. I didn't realize that it was thriving as well as it did. They had over 120 businesses.
On what?
In Tulsa.
So what was that? What was that district called? What was it?
Black Wall Street.
Greenwood District, and also turned into Black Wall Street.
Which was named after, Washington named it that, actually. If I'm not mistaken, they said when he went to visit or he went riding through and he just was like, wow. And that's how they got the name. We had theaters, we had our own banks, we had our own little thing going on, and then, like I said, unfortunately, the young man was accused and it burned the whole city down, which I'm quite sure stopped some, legacies, from going down through generational. But I could not find a lot of information on him, though. Yeah, I searched and searched and searched. I have encyclopedias that I got from my great aunt, and I even looking through there, it was very minimum. Very minimum on him. So.
Did you look
Cool.
up Wikipedia?
Yes, I did. But yeah, you really, like, if you're writing a paper or something for school, you really can't use the Wikipedia. So I don't really.
Cool. What's up, Ro?
Do we have some notepads?
Yeah, we do got notepads.
I know what you can do.
You need a notepad?
Look at
I got you.
Wikipedia and find some facts you like and put it in your own words.
Okay, I'm great at that. Thank you, though.
So that's a good suggestion. Why didn't you do yours then?
Right.
That's an excellent suggestion. You had plenty of time. You had plenty of time. He said he was really busy. I'm pretty sure you're pretty busy as well. Pretty sure you are as well, right? He's the least responsibility in here. Oh, you do? Okay. Okay, got it. I get it. All right. Cool. Anybody else? What's up? I got your notepad. Anybody else? Jakad, did I see your hand? Okay. Anybody else?
He was born with a
He was born where? He was born into slavery. Okay, cool. So he was born into slavery. Cool. Oh, had y'all ever heard of Black Wall Street before? No?
I haven't.
You had it at school?
Yeah, but it was like, they just said, something.
Hold on. One person can talk at a time.
It was like Black Wall Street, and then they say nothing else. They didn't even talk about
Here.
who the Black History person. They just said something about Black Wall Street, and then that was it.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's how it was when I was looking up on him, like, yeah, I was bored. Trying to make it seem like a man never existed.
Mm-hmm. Of course. Y'all, anybody else need a pad? Anyone? Boom, you need a pen too? Anybody else need a notepad? Who? That's your hang up? No, I got it. Thank you though. Boom. Anyone? Boom. Anybody else? Anybody else? Everybody, you need one? Hey, make sure y'all turn y'all pens in when y'all leave too, so we can make sure we keep pens in here. I got it. That's the last one. Thank you though. All right. Anybody else? What you got?
What was it? Weren't you gonna introduce yourself?
Am I gonna introduce myself? Hold on one second. Hold on. Hold on. Oh yeah. Yes. All right, cool. What's I gonna introduce myself? Who doesn't? Who don't know who I am?
I know.
You don't know who I am? Okay.
You live with the same person, you could get kicked out.
Everybody know who I am already.
I
So
don't get to know you a lot.
you don't?
The new people don't.
That's unfortunate.
The new people don't.
They do.
No, they don't.
They
Who
do.
knows who the teaching guy is?
Y'all already know who I am, right?
We've been here before, but
You been here before?
yeah.
You been here before too? Oh, my
But they
bad. That's right, but y'all sat back further. So they already know who I am. All right, let's get into it. So let's do a recap real quick.
Present real quick so I can remember your name and your info.
You don't need to know my name.
Yes, you do.
If you don't know it now, it's your loss.
What's your address?
Come get this man. Yeah, finna send you back there with Uncle Dre. Good afternoon.
I'll go back there.
No, you can sit down and be quiet. All right, here we go. So we're gonna just do a recap, and then we're gonna get into our special guest, and then we're gonna have some fun. Is that cool?
And then go to the game.
Oh yeah, and a quick update. So I told you about the workbook that we got on the. It's almost done, right? It's almost done. I gotta just review the last version of it, and then we're gonna get them printed up. Also, we'll have we get in the members area. Y'all know the members area is?
Yeah. No.
Who know? Y'all know what members area is? So who's that? Yeah. What's a members area, Jakai? Tell them what a members area is.
And it's like something like when you a part of something, and then like you get like certain stuff from the CEO of the company or something, and then they give you stuff that's like only for the people who come to class or something like that.
Pretty much.
And it's like support, it's supportive and it helps.
There you go. What's up, bro? Jakai ain't playing around, man. Jakai ain't playing around. Jakai ain't playing around. Introduce yourself real quick, Jalen. Let me get this out your way.
I'm Jalen, 17 years old. I don't go to school right now. Well, it's something that I want to go to school. I'm working on t-shirt gigs. What else now?
What's your big win this week?
I bought some more stuff in my room.
Bought some more stuff for your room?
Yeah, bed frame stuff.
Okay.
Bed spread.
My man, give him a hand, give him a hand, give him a hand, give him a hand. And you pulling up on us tomorrow, right? You still coming through tomorrow, right?
Yeah.
Okay, bet.
Well, what's tomorrow?
I'll tell you when we wrap up. See if Mama bring you through. I don't want to say that loud, cause
Can I drop them out?
huh?
Can I drop them out?
So you can drop them out? You can drop them out.
Oh, okay.
We'll talk about it. We'll talk about it afterwards. We'll talk about it afterwards. It sounded like Jakai wanted to come. It sounded like he like, what's tomorrow? So I'm like, okay. I like that type of energy. Okay. All right, cool. So let's do a recap. Oh yeah, that's what I was telling y'all, the members area. So basically all the recordings that we do every week, all the classes that we do, they all gonna be recorded and we're gonna have them in the members area, like in a section where y'all have access to it and y'all can share with y'all friends.
Is there a website?
That's what you gotta let me finish. So you better go on, you better log on. Eventually it'll be like a little mobile app on your phone too, but right out the gate it'll be just a website you can go to, type it in. You better access it from your phone. And the 7 pillars, we're gonna have like the videos in there. So pillar number 1, pillar number 2, pillar number 3, pillar number 4, 5, 6, 7. So y'all had those basic videos and they super short. I shot them today. So I think the longest one might have been 5 minutes, 7 maybe. And some of them like 2 minutes. So it's just like a foundation of those 7 pillars. And then y'all gonna have access to the replays each week. So y'all can kind of dig into it even more as the week go. Does that make sense? So now instead of being on YouTube, just like watching other people game and stuff like that, or now you can better plug in and like educate yourself even more. Does that make sense? Not saying there's anything wrong with YouTube, but y'all can kind of get the advantage. And you better share with your friends. So now when you around your friends and you talking about this business stuff, they ain't looking at you crazy. Cause they like, what is this man talking about? Like building $1 million business, like profit margins, like what is he talking about? Make sense? So that should be done hopefully by like mid-month, if not sooner. So I'll let y'all know since I'm back.
What month do I go to summer camp?
You start summer camp Monday. All right, so let's do the 7 pillars. 7 pillars of $1 million business. What is it? It's a cheat. Y'all cheating. Hold on. Y'all cheating. 7 pillars. What's the first one?
The right business.
What's the first one? Raise your hand. Christian, what's the first one?
The right business.
Nope.
You're right.
I got one of them.
Jabari, what's up? The right mindset. Good job. Jakai, you want to go next? What's the second one?
The right product.
The right product. KK.
The right client.
The right client. I think that's right. I'm pretty sure it is. Boom, 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 right product. Boom. Next, who? Roro.
The right mindset.
Nope.
The right system.
Huh?
Marketing plan.
Close.
Strategy. The right marketing.
The right marketing. Good job. Who next?
Right system.
Mm-mm.
The right mindset. The right business plan.
Cl-
No, he right.
Wait, he is right, ain't he? Look at Carmelo.
Do you have a photograph?
The right business plan. I love it. Nah, he just pay attention. The right business plan. All right. Shh. Next. What's up, bro? KK, what's up?
The right marketing plan.
The marketing plan. Excellent. Just go on the show out then.
The right system.
The right systems. What's the 3 systems you gotta have?
The marketing system.
Marketing system.
The business system.
Close. You want to call a lifeline and get somebody to help you? Okay. Who's gonna be a lifeline? Jabari?
The right sales system.
Right sales system. So the right marketing system, right sales system. There's one more.
The system.
Shh. Raise your hand.
The right supply system.
Close. What's up, Ro? What you got?
The right customer.
Close. Promise. Huh?
Delivery system.
The right delivery system. Good job. Get the whole team a hand. Use your notes, right? Did you use your notes too? It's okay. That's what this is, y'all. It's an open book test.
I did.
This is an open book test. I don't expect y'all to go remember this stuff off the top of your head. Y'all got way more stuff you can be memorizing. Like this is an open book test. Yeah. This is an open book test, y'all. Use your notes. Use a lifeline. All right. The 3 parts of your marketing plan. What's the first part?
The right customer.
Close. The 3 parts of the marketing plan.
The marketing plan has 7. The marketing strategy has 3.
Excuse me. Well, tell us what it is.
The first one is your product name.
Well, no. Actually, so the marketing plan. So, all right. So we're talking about the marketing plan. The business plan got 7. Yep. So which one you want to do? The business plan. So it's the business plan. The 1-page business plan. What else? To give us one of them. Let's see if anybody else wants to smoke.
The product of the
Say it one more time.
The name of your product.
The name of your product. Perfect. What's the second part?
Ooh, the name of your business.
The name of your business first and then the product, right?
Yeah.
So it's the business name and then the product name. Cool. Who else want to add? The third one. What's the third one? What's the third part of your 1-page business plan? Y'all scared? Nobody?
Problem solved.
Huh?
Problem solved.
Is 3 is the problem, y'all? Okay, number 4.
Profit margin.
Is it that? Is that what it is?
I'm pretty sure.
Product right.
Hold on. What's that promise? Profit margins last?
No, it's
Huh?
not.
No, it's not last.
That's the marketing system.
Shh. Calm down. We're all a team. KK.
Ideal client.
Ideal client? Okay, ideal client. What's that the ideal client?
Profit margin.
Product.
Ideal client. No, we already did product. Ideal client, and what's next?
Price of money. Price of product.
The price of your product. After your price of your product, then is what?
The profit margin.
Your profit margin.
Oh,
You was close. After profit margin, then what?
ideal.
Ideal client, right? Y'all got the notes. I don't know. Okay, there you go. Boom. Ideal client. What's next? I'll see somebody else know. Promise. Hold on. Who know? What you got, Ro?
I don't actually know.
You don't know? You want promise to come in lifeline? I promise. Come on with the lifeline.
Marketing strategy.
Your marketing strategy. Everybody good? Are y'all getting this? All you do it's just you should know it's an open book test, y'all. It's not gonna be a week y'all come in here and be like, y'all come in here and I be like, don't use your notes. It just ain't gonna happen. That's like me saying, look, I got $1 million right here.
$1 million.
Yeah, I got $1 million right here.
That's cat.
It's like me saying, I got $1 million right here. What's the code? And y'all, that's like me giving y'all the code, and I'm like, here's the code to the padlock, the safe. And then y'all come in here, I'll be like, what's the code to the safe? The $1 million is in the safe. What's the code?
Oh,
And you be like,
also
hey,
write it down.
shh.
Can
Told you.
write it down? Let's write it down.
When you
Yeah, that's why I'm giving y'all the combination to the safe.
Are y'all giving us?
I'm going too fast?
Are you giving us an example, or is this actually real?
No, I'm giving you an example.
Going too fast.
No, it's an example, but it's actually real at the same time.
You don't have a safe.
Huh? That's why I said it's an example, but it's real at the same time. Let me explain.
You going?
So I'm about to introduce y'all to somebody in a few minutes. And together, we help people make millions of dollars. And guess what we teach them? The same thing we're teaching y'all.
I already know who it is just because he said that.
It don't matter if you know who it is, if you ain't doing nothing with it. You already know the information too, but you're not doing nothing with it but talking. Stop talking so much and you can learn something. Does it make sense? It don't matter if y'all, I'm like, look, y'all, I'm giving y'all the combination. And then I'm coming in here and I'm like, hey, look, tell me the combination to the lock. It's just a review. It's just a repetition. It's just a repetition. It's just a repetition. And then y'all can come in here 1 week and guess what? Guess what's gonna happen? Somebody guess. You can't get it wrong.
You're gonna ask what's the code, and then if we have it in the notes, we get it right.
And then guess what's gonna happen after you do that a few times?
You get the money.
I'm gonna be
What's gonna happen?
You won't need your notes.
And you won't need your notes. And then guess what's gonna happen?
You're gonna get photographic memory.
No. Guess what's gonna happen after you don't need your notes? What's gonna happen then?
You're gonna get photographic memory.
No. Shh.
I'm going to be a millionaire.
After you do what? Huh?
Solve,
Use it.
solve big problem.
Cause like, listen, the answer ain't even memorizing this stuff. The answer ain't having this stuff in your notes. The answer ain't memorizing this stuff. The answer ain't trying to be the smartest in the class. The answer ain't talking the most. The answer is what? Applying this stuff. If we come in here every Thursday, y'all, and y'all don't go nothing to do with none of this stuff, it don't even matter. It's just a waste of gas money. It is.
How?
Because it is. You come in here and you sit in here and you just be like, then we come in here and be like, all right, what's this? And you be like, oh no. It's like, come on, y'all. Like y'all sitting here with the shit. But like, here's the excuse with our community though. Our community say, we don't got access. We don't got the information.
Cap.
They got the information and we don't.
Cap.
Shh, MJ. we're gonna have a real problem. Okay? We're gonna have a real problem. You understand? We're gonna have a real problem in a few seconds. Is it y'all getting this? That's why I'm like, let's do a quick review real quick, y'all. That's why we've been doing the special guests. Because we've been doing the special guests. Because now it just like reinforces it even more. Because it's like, all right, I know the pillars. Then you bring somebody up here who like actually has the pillars in place. And then they share how the pillars work for them. Y'all can ask them questions about how the pillars work. And now you're like, oh, that makes sense. Oh, that's how I can implement it. Oh, it ain't that complicated. Oh, they all saying the same exact thing over and 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 over again. Does that make sense? Y'all with me? What's your name, bro? You didn't tell me your name. Oh, my bad. You had your mask on. Dapping up and all that. Jamari? Jamari, what's up, Jamari? How old are you? 11. What school you go to?
Kip.
Kip? Okay, cool. You got a business? You want to have a business? Maybe? Maybe not. What's your biggest win this week? What's a big accomplishment you had this week? No, you had one win. Tell me at least one win you had this week. Shh. You all right? A big accomplishment you had this week. Something that you accomplished this week. Nothing? You had to accomplish something. One thing, Jamar, please.
Anything.
Hey, hush. I call you if I need your help, I promise. Shh.
I'm on honor roll, but it wasn't this week.
You was on honor roll. We ain't celebrated with you, so honor roll. We'll go with that one. That's cool. He got honor roll. Give me a hand, give me a hand, give me a hand, give me a hand. So we brought Jamar in here. Jamar like, dang, I'm walking in here. Mom brought me here. This dude fussing. I wasn't fussing, Jamar. I was just passionate and just sharing my thoughts. Does that make sense? Cool, we're glad you're here. Give Jamar a hand for being here, everybody. That's weak. Give Jamar a hand for being here. My God. That's gonna make the man feel bad about being here. All right, cool. So we did the business plan, we did the marketing plan, and when we talked about the right product, and we said there's two different ways you can bring a product to market. What's the two ways? Solve a big problem. So we got to solve a big problem.
Investing.
Creating something or repeating it.
You can create a new product or you can what? Improve on the product. Great job. Great job. Is Promise the only one like listening? I Promise the only one to take vigorous notes. Or both. What y'all think? I'm gonna let Promise start teaching this class. You with it? Yeah, I'm gonna let Promise teach.
to help teach the class.
Shh, you talk too much though. All right.
Dad,
Number 3. How do you know if you got the right client? Shh. What'd you say?
If they come back.
If they come back, that's definitely one way to look at it. Okay. But how do you know you got the right client beforehand, before you sell them something?
if it's their desire.
If they got a desire, okay, cool. Got to raise your hand, though, sir. Because we got to keep you like tamed. Next. Who next? What you got, bro?
If they promise you.
If they promise you, oh no, because they could promise you and be like, then they don't pick up their phone no more.
Like Haley.
But that's a good job. Like Haley? Okay, we'll talk about Haley later on. Anybody else? All right, cool. The right mindset. What do we talk about with the right mindset? What do we talk about?
I didn't bring my notes.
You didn't bring your notes? Okay. What do we talk about with the right mindset?
What are the 3 systems?
Shh. With the right mindset, what do we talk about? The what?
I wasn't gonna say feel something. I was gonna say like going through it. Like really gotta be sick. I don't really know what we talked about, but I know like
What you got? Talk to us.
the mindset. Like you gotta like if you put your mind to it, then it can be done.
I agree. What did I give y'all under the mindset piece to study and to keep handy? The what? Okay. What did I give you? The 11 habits of what? The 11 habits of millionaire entrepreneurs. Anybody remember that? Raise your hand if you remember that.
I remember you right. I don't know.
You remember one of them?
I remember you right. I don't remember what it was.
Do you remember any of them? Who remembers some of them? You remember one? Give us one, promise. They have vision. What else? Anybody else? So much time. And they play the long game. Set goals. Stop playing with them there, promise. Go ahead.
Value their time.
They value their time. Hold on one second. Let's pause to see if anybody else wants to smoke. Anybody else?
Sure.
You got one?
What are we talking about?
Jabbar, you got one?
They're lost.
Anybody? All right, go ahead. Promise. Go on. Like, if they invest in themselves, go ahead. They keep squares out of their circle. They focus on problems. They be consistent.
Get used to
Shh.
Progress over perfection.
They focus on progress over perfection.
Manage their money.
They manage their money.
And books are the cheat.
Say one more time.
Books are the cheat code to life.
And they understand books are the cheat code to life. Get Promise a hand, y'all. Get Promise a hand. Get Promise a hand. Get Promise a hand. Huh?
She made it already.
She what?
She made it already.
Wait, why you say that? What you mean by that?
She made it already.
No, she just get it.
No, she made it already. I'm trying to tell y'all.
What you mean she made it already? Talk to us.
Yeah, she made it already.
Talk to us. What you mean?
Cause it's like certain things like you gotta pay attention. You gotta understand the knowledge that people be giving you. Like for instance, she tell me stuff all the time. As my mom, she give me input on stuff. But like you up here, like everybody, like all the men in here be talking to their sons, their nephews, and everything. And look, it's a different point of view from y'all than it is for them. Cause they women, they can tell us as much as they want, and they could do like as much as they want. But when a man does it, it's different, and it gives like younger people, like female or male, a different point of view on things.
So when you say she made it already, what you mean by that?
When she start producing it, when she start getting up there, like she already gonna be there.
She already gonna be there because she getting it.
Yeah.
Makes sense. I like that. Give me. I like that. I like that. I got this for Promise. I want to just sew this into you, Promise. Here you go. Everybody get Promise a hand. Get Promise a hand.
Is it fake money?
No, it's not fake money.
Yes, it is. If it has a blue line on it, it's fake.
If it has a blue line, if he said if it has a blue line on it, it's fake.
So that's fake.
Okay. Ask her next week.
What are the three systems?
Huh?
What are the three systems?
What's the three systems? Somebody tell them the three systems. Promise, help them out.
But we already went over this.
I know he wasn't listening. Tell him one more time. What three
just
systems?
got done
Shh,
with
it's okay. We got you. What's the three systems?
Sales, marketing, and delivery.
You heard her? What'd she say?
Sales, marketing, and business.
No. Sales, marketing,
Sales,
marketing. What's the other one? Delivery.
marketing, and delivery.
Yep. You got it? Okay. Make sense? Why did Promise get the money?
Because she listened.
Not just because she listened. It ain't even. So like, here's the thing, y'all. Don't get it twisted. It ain't even about the money. Like it's $100. It don't really go that far. So she didn't get it because it's going like $100 ain't really gonna change her life. So don't get it twisted and get distracted in the $100. Does that make sense? Why did she get it?
She's active and paying attention.
Exactly. She's like making the effort. She's just doing something. And when you make an effort, you sow seeds of effort, you get something. Does that make sense? And she don't do it because she's trying to come in here and get no money. When I get y'all the exercise, she don't be like, we gonna get paid for this? She just be like, all right. And then when she come in here the next week, she be like, I did it. Boom, boom, boom. And she'll text me. I got my website done. Hey, look, I did this.
I can't do my website.
So it's an excuse. She ain't making no excuses. It's an excuse. Let me be honest with you.
There's no
Listen. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. Out of everybody in here, these two have the least amount of excuses. So we don't even want to hear that. These two right here, I don't know what everybody else got going on when they leave here, but these two go with me. And this one, they leave with me. They be at my house. Excuses? Nah. None are valid.
By the time you get like 12 and up, you really don't got no excuses.
You got no excuses now.
Like
Once you're old enough to like start taking yourself to the bathroom, raising your hand and asking questions, you have no more excuses.
She told me as long as when she started bathing me and my brother and doing everything for us, getting us dressed, but at the age when she stopped, she said that she could do stuff on her own, and that we don't have no excuses not to do it, because she did it for us. Even if she did have something to do, she still did it for us. That's basically like saying, giving my coach an excuse and come to practice. And saying him I had to do something, even though I had to do something, I still could have came to practice.
Exactly. Any reason for not doing something is an excuse. Do you feel like you got an excuse now? Any reason to make excuses?
No.
Exactly.
Bro, Gary said when you have a lot of time on your hands, that's when you get in trouble.
Exactly. 100%. So anytime you got a lot of time on your hand, anytime you don't got no vision, like people get sucked into games typically because they don't got no vision. So they might be like, hey, this the vision for the game, this what we gonna do, and you like, all right, bet, I don't got nothing going on. Or think about it, with your partner who already know who going D1, he been training, his coaches with him. D1 is like Division I football. He know that's where he going, even if he in 6th grade. He already know, like, when I go to college, I'm going Division I to play football, then I'm going to the NFL, and that's all he do, that's what his time is consumed with. He ain't gonna be the one getting in trouble. Because he focused on something. It don't gotta be football, it can be, he said, I'm gonna be an actor. He like, this is what I'm doing. I'm gonna be this. But if you don't got no plan, you don't got no vision. That's why the first one on the list was they have vision. If you don't got no vision, you get sucked into anything. You be doing drugs and all kind of stuff because you like, my life ain't gonna be nothing anyway. I'm gonna just be like my such and such who ain't got nothing going on. So you get sucked, now you go down that path. Does that make sense? So.
Oh, I'm sorry. It's something that he said that because he said that Gary mentioned it, but that is something that, like he said, is different when a male says it.
It's different from when anybody says it. It's kind of like you can be like, Jakai, clean your room, and he'd be like, it ain't really dirty, and he have a partner come over, or a girl come over, and she be like, boy, your room dirty. And then his room all of a sudden being clean, and you like, why your room clean? You be like, no, I'm just gonna start listening, Mom. Not knowing he had a girl over who was like, boy, your room dirty, I'm out. He just heard it from somebody else. But you see what I'm saying? Because they like, Mom, yeah, okay, yeah, Mom. But then somebody else say the same exact thing in the same words, and they be like, and you be like, bro, I've been telling you that 10 years. You know what I'm saying? Crazy.
I don't think you'll have clothes on the floor for 10 years.
What you got?
I want my business paper done.
You wrote your business paper down? Okay, cool. So you're going to be ready next time. You going to be ready next time? Or you going to tell us what you wrote now? Or you going to be ready next time I ask a question?
I'll do it next week.
Next week? Okay, cool. Any questions? So let me see. Did I get up? So boom, 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 boom. Right product, right client, right marketing. All right, perfect. And then the last thing, I'm going to see if y'all got this one. We said the goal of marketing is to do what?
Get a client.
Yeah.
To get a customer?
Yeah.
Or to make a product?
Close.
Make a product?
Close.
Get a client.
So so all right, let me ask you this way. As the marketing person, which you are, is your goal to create desire?
Yeah.
Huh? What you got, Jaden? Talk to us.
No, desire already did. The goal for the marketing is for you not to have to do that.
Goal of marketing is not for you to do nothing. So you said, so what did you say about desire?
It's already there.
So the desire is there, where?
And the people.
In the marketplace, right? Yeah, the marketplace is like the people, right? So like, for example, when you run down Jonesboro Road, McDonald's is right there, for example. Everybody else is the marketplace because you potential buyers, basically, in short, right? So the desire to eat is already there, right? So the goal is to do what with the desire that's already there?
Make somebody want more.
Yeah. So what? Great answer. It's not wrong. So what are we talking about? The goal, the desire is to do what? This is good. Y'all so smart. Y'all get, so like, even if y'all don't say it, I know y'all are getting this, which is cool because y'all keep coming. So like, you'll be talking to your friends and be out and you be start talking about this stuff. So just the fact that you're not answering right now is cool. I know you're getting because we're saying the same thing. That's why we do the same thing every week, like over and over and over, because it's a repetition, over. And then we ain't come in, we ain't present no new information. We've been teaching these 7 pillars for how long, y'all?
2 years.
It's not 2 years. Since you've been here, right? How long you been here?
A month.
A month. And we taught the same 7 pillars every week, right?
Yeah.
Why?
To get in your head, to make it memorable.
It's the repetition. It's like when you hear a song.
To make you smart.
Yeah, right. It's like Lil Baby song when he first come on, you hear it, you be like, hey, he's snapping. And then before you know it, you know the whole song word for word after a few times. Just from repetition, right? But you be interested in what he talking about too. So then you be, so like when I was young, when I wanted to hear a song, I don't know if some of y'all used to do this as well. When I wanted to memorize a song, I used to have a song. We had like boom boxes and we used to have like a tape, completely different from what y'all got now. So we used to put the tape in, and I'll play a little bit of it, and I'll pause it, and I'll write that line down. How many of y'all used to do that? Yeah. I used to write that line down, and I play a little bit more, and I write that line down, and after I get it all done, it may take a couple hours. I get it all done, and I'll play it over, and now I'm reading the lyrics. This is before they added like lyrics to the CDs, you know what I'm saying? So I used to read it, and that's how I used to memorize it.
You had to add lyrics to make sure you didn't get none wrong, and then you have to read it when you have to read it.
Exactly.
Then you have to listen to it and read it.
Exactly. So I used to listen to the song back, and I got all the lyrics on my notebook paper. And then, because all I wanted to do was be around like my partners and be like, and say the verse, and they'd be like, oh yeah, that's what he said. That makes sense? It was crazy, but I was young, but I see Dre nodding his head. He knows exactly what I'm talking about. Does that make sense? So it's the same thing. It's like, if y'all just look at y'all notes like 20 minutes a day, and that's it. And y'all just go do whatever else y'all want to do for the rest of the day. But it'll still be like percolating and like marinating. It's 20 minutes. When you get up in the morning, you'll be like, let me look at my notes. All right, go on about your day. Before you go to bed, let me look at my notes. Go on about your day. You'll be surprised like what happened over time. Make sense? All right. So the desire is already in the marketplace, and your job is to do what?
Make money.
Kinda. Like making money. So like here's the cool thing, y'all. If one thing I want. So here's the cool thing. Here's the secret. Like how many of y'all think making money is hard? How many of y'all know? How many of y'all believe making money is easy? How do you make money?
Solving big problems.
Solving big problems.
But
Where are their problems? Everywhere.
not everywhere.
So if problems are everywhere, then what is everywhere? Money. If problems are everywhere, money is everywhere. Does that make sense?
To get your money.
It's everywhere.
Because you're solving big problems.
Right. And it's always in circulation.
So you're basically saying.
So like think about it. How long we been here?
A month.
No, how long we been here today?
A month.
About an hour. Promise you made $100 in less than an hour. Like most people you know don't make $100 an hour. And I don't even know who you know, but I guarantee most people you know don't make $100 an hour.
I know someone who does.
Shh. I know you do.
Who?
Huh? Who is it then?
Somebody.
I know it's not me.
Somebody who does really
Oh,
hard work.
I know it's not me, first of all. I definitely know it's not me. I'd be insulted.
How would you know?
Because I'd be insulted if it was me. Yeah, I'd be insulted. Like, don't speak that over me.
How much money do you make? How much money do you make an hour?
We'll talk about that later. All right. Anybody else?
No.
And here's the cool thing, y'all. How many of you believe that you got to work really hard to make money? Okay. It's cool. Be honest. Raise your hand high. If you believe you got to work really hard to make money, raise your hand.
It depends.
No, this is a yes or no question.
Wait, what you say?
This is a multiple choice question. It's yes or no. Do you believe that you got to work hard to make money?
No,
all you gotta
because-
do is put your mind on something, and then when you put your mind on something, you do it. So when you do it, you get it done, and you get your cash.
To make the money you want, yeah.
You got
To make some money, just easy money though.
all right. So say it again. I like this. Say it again.
It's hard to make the money that you want, but it's not hard to make money in general.
So when you say the money you want,
Like to where you set for life.
so give me a number.
Like depending on how you want to live. At least 6 figures.
So what's 6 figures? Could be 100,000 to 999.
Alright, $1 million then.
So $1 million. So
That's what everybody want to be, $1 million.
to make $1 million, so we just use $1 million, flat number. So to make $1 million is hard.
Yes.
You can make
You
$1
got-
million.
He using them $1 million.
It's hard at the beginning when you gotta put the work in to start your $1 million plan.
So
When you get into the plan, then it get easier along the way. But it's hard starting off to get to $1 million.
but when you get into the plan, it becomes what?
Easy.
Why do you think it becomes easier?
because you know, like more than likely when you start off doing what you're trying to do to get $1 million, you don't really know what you're doing. Like you just trying to start something that you know can be big, or you probably see somebody else doing it. You see how they doing it. Starting off like clients, or it don't even gotta be clients. Just whatever you're doing, it's gonna be hard starting out because you don't know the real process of what like the major key things you gotta do to get the whole process going.
Right, and most people quit. Most people quit in that time, right?
Yeah.
Most people quit, but like, and it gets easier because now you get what? Start with an M.
Money.
You get momentum. You get momentum. So it's like, how many of y'all ever flown an airplane before?
Me? No.
So in an airplane, for those of you who haven't flown an airplane before yet, it's like when you finna take off in an airplane, it's the hardest part. And you can almost feel like the airplane struggling to pull off kinda. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy. It would take off, it'd be like, it seemed like everything is like pulling back on the airplane. Y'all know what I'm talking about, who done flew in the plane? It feel like something like pulling the plane back.
It's slow at first.
Yeah, super slow at first. And then it takes some time to finally get to the top. I think it's 30,000 feet. Am I right? When it gets to the very top? It takes some time. You even think you're there, but you're not even there yet. Yeah. And then the guy come on and be like, we're now at 30,000 feet. You can take your seatbelts off and feel free to move throughout the. But you don't even realize you're there yet, right? But it's so hard to get it off the ground. And then when you get it up there, and then when you get up at the top at 30,000, you pretty much cruise. And here's the beautiful thing. Like when you cruising, it's like you will hit some turbulence. You know what turbulence is? So turbulence is, it might be like a wind patch, or it might be a storm, or it might be all kind of stuff. And you're going through there and they be like, and you be on the plane, you be like, folks be like, whoa, what's going on? Hold on, let me finish talking. And they go through, right? And they may, a lot of times the plane get off course a little bit. But then the pilot don't. Because if you get off course a little bit, you could be going to LA and then you can end up in Mexico. Like if you don't get it right. But they get it right and get it back on track, and then you get to your spot. That's how business is. It's like, it's super hard to get it off the ground at first. Yeah, right? It's slow. Right, it's slow. You make $1 here, you make $2, you make one sale, then you excited, then you get a whole bunch of people to tell you no. Then you be like, oh man, I don't know if I should be doing this. Then mom be like, nah, just keep going. Then you, all right. Then the next person say, yeah. You be like, okay, I'm feeling it. The next person say, yeah. Then you like, okay, bet, I'm on. Then the next 20 people be like, no, I'm good right now. Then you be like, I don't know, mom. And she be like, no, keep going. Right, and then you keep going, and before you know it, you at 30,000 feet. And now you're selling more cakes than you can even make, right? And now you gotta hire people. And now how old are you now? 10. And now you 12, and you got like a team who making cakes and delivering for you and all that, right? But you stay covered, but most people would like quit, like right here. But you gotta like break through that, and then you get up here and it's like, okay. But even at this point, you still gonna be like, oh dang, you might have to fire somebody, or you might make a batch that ain't come out right, or you might get some people who complain they want their money back, but you still going because you know that's just turbulence. Does that make sense? I think that's probably the best analogy that you can give. Does that make sense? What's up? I know you got something to say.
It's like in the airplane. So it's just moving. You feel a little funny. You get up in there. You don't even know it. Look outside. You start look out the window. You start having anxiety.
You start having anxiety. Okay. Get these papers up right.
It's up in there. It's up in the air before you know it.
It's up in there before you know it. What's up, bro?
When I get in the sky, when the airplane is like in the sky, and I see like the bottom, and we're in the air on the high, it makes me scared when I don't look out.
When you look out, you get scared, but then you be straight, right?
When I don't look out.
Or when you don't look out, you be scared, or when you look out, you be scared?
When I look out, I be scared. When we be all the way in the sky.
Then you be straight.
This was me when there was no TV on airplane.
Right. Cause you bougie. He can't fly without. He can't fly if they're not TVs in the airplane.
Straight Delta.
You straight Delta? You gotta have TV too.
I know. I said that's what he is. Straight Delta.
Funny story though. We was on Delta flying back last night, and guess what? Their TVs ain't work. So you just spend all the extra money to fly Delta. You get on there, be like, "Hey, our network ain't working." You be like, "What?"
You said the TVs be happy, but at least be happy you had something to do.
I agree. Cool. All right. Any questions about anything we didn't cover so far? Any questions?
And why'd you have to pay for the internet on Southside?
Southwest.
Why? It was $8 for an hour for the internet.
Man, they solving the problem. Charge what you want to do when you solving the problem. Charge what you want to charge.
Their manager will get them sued.
It makes me mad when I gotta pay for the internet.
You don't ever have to pay for the internet.
Yes, you do.
That man said it make him mad when he got to pay for the internet.
Who pays the rent in the house?
All right, let's keep going.
You gotta pay for the internet.
Okay, gotcha. I
Bring
got you.
out the special guest.
All right. Any questions? Any questions? Any questions?
No.
Any questions?
No.
No? Everybody good? Yeah. Feedback? All right, cool. So we're gonna get into our special guest this week. It's gonna be an interesting one. I already know this is gonna be super interesting, right? So I'm looking forward to this one. So I already kind of told y'all what we kind of do professionally when we're not in here, right? Or even when we are in here, it's still, the beautiful thing is like, even when we are here, we're still kind of doing what we do because the business is kind of, not kind of, but the business is running. When Rochelle says the business is running slicker than snot. So we can be here kicking it with y'all and the business is still running.
What is that?
Get it out your mouth. Get it out your mouth.
Is that what old people mean by it's going good?
Yeah, that's what old people mean by it's going good. That's what old people mean by it's running like a machine.
I never understood.
All right. So the brother I get to do this with every single day. To date, we've helped our clients. He always tells me this is conservative, like $250 million in revenue. And we get to have a whole lot of fun doing this. We just came back from Cabo for like a week. And the business is still running, clients are still getting served. And we built this thing, as they say, from the mud. But I wanted him to come share. Not only share, but like just pour into y'all. Y'all get to ask questions. Y'all know how we do this. Y'all ask questions, dig in. It'll be more of a conversation because I already know how you roll. And it's gonna be a lot of fun. So y'all help me bring to the stage my brother from another mother, Mr. Andre, Coach Dre Gaskin, all the way from Duval.
Appreciate you, bro. Appreciate you. What up? So, real quick, everybody stand up. Everybody stand up. Because y'all been sitting down for a minute. So, this is what I want you to do. I want you to, you're gonna need a little bit of room. So everybody kind of like spread out a little bit. You're gonna need a little bit of room. Gonna need a little bit of room. All right, bet. So hold your arms out, right? And this is what I want you to do. I don't know if any of y'all remember Stretch Armstrong. Probably don't know who Stretch Armstrong is. You know who Stretch Armstrong? Okay, bet. So I want you, or Gumby. I bet y'all don't remember Gumby. I don't know nothing about Gumby. Y'all know about Gumby. All right, bet. So this is what I want you to do. I want you to turn your body as far as you can. Turn your body as far as you can and pay attention to your right hand, right? You see how everybody pay attention to your right hand, right? And look at where it's pointing. Y'all good? You got me? All right, cool. Now turn back around. So you paid attention to where you were pointing, right? Now I want you to think about stretching as far as you can. So like your whole body is rubber band. So shake your body out real quick. Your whole body is like a rubber band. You can stretch as far as you want to. You see what I'm saying? You can turn around. If you turn around 360, if you wanted to, you can turn around 360 degrees. Y'all got what I'm saying? All right, now hold your arms back out. Think about being a rubber band. You can stretch as far as you want to. You can turn your body as far as you want to. Now turn again. As far as you can. Even when you think you're further than you were last time, like keep turning. Now look at where your hand is. Is it further than it was the first time? Yeah. It is, isn't it? Turn back around. That's exactly what we're going to talk about for the first. Y'all can have a seat. That's exactly what we're going to talk about for the next few minutes. How to stretch yourself, stretch your business, stretch your money further than you ever have before. Does that make sense? That make sense? Yes. Y'all say yes if y'all hear me. Yes. All right, bet. That's cool. So let's do this. You got a marker, bro? That works. Good throw. All right, bet. So, how many of you know what transition means?
I do.
Like to switch over. Very good. What's your name? Jamar. Good job, Jamar. I appreciate that. So, transition means to like switch over, right? And in order to stretch ourselves, we got to switch over, right? In order to stretch our money, in order to stretch our business, we got to switch over from what we currently think, what we currently do, how we currently act, to what we want to have, what we want to think, what we want to do, how we want to act. Does that make sense so far? And here's why I'm telling y'all this. Y'all want to hear a quick story? Yeah. Would y'all like to hear a story about how I lost 6 figures 3 times over the span of 10 years?
Did you say fingers?
Figures. So $100,000 or more. Y'all got me? So how I lost $100,000 or more 3 different times over the span of 10 years. And then how in 1 year, how I made it all back plus some. Does that make sense? And there was a transition that had to take place. The pen that don't work. It's all good though. It's all good. We're gonna make it work. Right? There was a transition that had to take place. And all of you, right, no matter what your age is, no matter what you're currently experiencing, there is a transition that has to take place from where you are to where you want to go. Does that make sense? Y'all with me so far? Cool. So here's the story. I got out of the military when I was like 24.
You were in the military?
I was in the military. So I got out of the military when I was like 24. And I had no idea what I was going to do with my life. Had no idea. But what I did know is I like money. And I like money in abundance. Anybody know what abundance means? A lot of it. I like money, and I like it in abundance, right? So I couldn't quite figure out how could I make the type of money that I made in the military consistently, right? Because at the time, I was homeless, right? I had 2 children.
That means you didn't have a lot of money?
No, I didn't have a lot of money. So I was homeless, I was broke. I had 2 children that I wasn't taking care of because I didn't have any money, right? And I was, anybody heard of child support? Y'all know what child support is?
Yes.
Cool. I was $14,000 in arrears. Y'all know what arrears means? No. It means you owe. So I owed my children $14,000, right? Yeah, child support money, exactly. And I did arrears. ARREARS. Look at you taking notes. I like that. So boom. I'm trying to figure out, okay, what am I doing? Like I made money several different times before. Hold on real quick, MJ, I got you though. I made money several times before, but every time I make it, I lose it. And every time I lose it, I end up in a worse situation than I started before I had it the first time. Does that make sense? No, it doesn't make sense. And it shouldn't make sense, right? But that is how I was living my life. And even as kids, if you think about it, you do some of the same things over and over and over again, and you know that it's gonna get you in trouble, right? You know that that's probably not the best decision to make, right? Like, how many of you always do your homework?
Are you talking about in school?
Yeah. Well, you don't always do your homework because you had an assignment. Oh, you mean, oh, yeah. No, I'm talking about assignments, period. So if you had like an assignment here, do you always do your assignments that you get out of here?
Maybe.
Or do you always do your homework assignments?
The only reason I don't do some of these assignments.
You're about to give me an excuse. I don't want that. We good. We good. We don't need an excuse. We good. You can talk to me later. We'll get it straight.
For real? For real? That's how
So here I am trying to think about, okay, what is it? How do I get money this time and keep it? And that's when I discovered I needed to make a transition. I needed to make a transition. I needed to do something different so I could get from being homeless, so I could get from owing money, so I could get from not being able to support myself, not being able to support my children, to being able to have everything that I wanted in my life. Does that make sense? And I started thinking about, okay, what do I keep doing that's causing me to have this problem? Just like if you don't do your assignments and maybe mom or auntie or, uncle or uncle or grandma or granddaddy get on you about it. And you're tired of getting fussed at. How many of you get fussed at? Oh. My man said, oh. How many of you get fussed at? Okay. How many of you, when you get fussed at or when you get in trouble, you really think about, what did I do to get in trouble? And how can I fix it so I don't get in trouble again?
By learning from your mistakes.
That's a great answer. And that is. But how many of you actually learn from your mistakes? So what I mean by this is, for example, since you raised your hand, this is what I mean. So when you speak, you listening, MJ? So here's the example. So when you speak out of turn and daddy says, or your dad says, hey, shh. If you don't like him to shush you, which I'm sure you don't, you would say, okay, why do I keep getting shushed? You listening? Why do I keep getting shushed? What can I do differently? What you can do differently is probably just stay quiet, right?
And raise my hand when I need to talk.
Right, but you don't. So that means you're not really learning the lesson. You see what I'm saying? Y'all get where I'm coming from with that example? If you don't take a different action, you really didn't learn the lesson. Does that make sense? Y'all got me? If you don't take a different action, then you really didn't learn the lesson. So here's what I figured out about me. And here's where the transition comes in. Every time I focused on getting money, it was for what I wanted money for. Does that make sense? So I didn't care if I was helping somebody. So one time, I sold drugs, several times. I sold drugs to get money because that was me getting quick money, right? I'm actually going to say something I've never said before. I don't even know if bro know this. But I'm going to share it with y'all because it's real. And I think we in a family type environment. I used to do, before, a couple of times, I even did fraud. Y'all know what that means?
Yes. No. Doing stuff and then blaming it on somebody else.
Basically, pretending to be somebody that you're not in order to get something. So like people do identity theft, right? I found a way that I could make like $20,000 a week, right? So I'm like, okay. I'm down for the 20 grand a week. Totally breaking the law. Totally breaking the law. Could have been sent to prison for years, right? God saved me. That's another story. But the thing that I realized was every time I wanted money, I only wanted money. I didn't care if I hurt somebody. I didn't care if I sold somebody drugs and it made them sick. I didn't care if I sold somebody drugs and it maybe killed them. I didn't care if I robbed somebody and if it got out of hand, I had to pull the trigger. That was that. You see what I'm saying? All I wanted was the money so I could do what I needed to do. Does that make sense? Okay. But the transition came when I realized that that way of getting money was selfish. Y'all get where I'm coming from?
What did you write there?
Selfish. SELFISH. Thank you. That might be helpful. Let's do it again. Selfish.
Oh, you might have to write a little harder.
A little harder, right. So I'm being incredibly selfish. I'm only thinking about myself. How many times or how many of you have been selfish in your life? You kind of like, you're doing things only for you. You're not worried about nobody else's safety. You're not worried about like, I'm just going, I don't know. It's a few people old enough to skip school. I'm just going to skip school.
So you're basically.
I don't care. Like, they end up catching me and calling mama. Oh, well, they call mama. If mama got to take off work to come pick me up, oh, well. I just don't want to go to school right now. Or I don't want to go to class. When you do things like that, that's being selfish. Y'all hear what I'm saying? I appreciate you, bro. Oh, yeah. Now we cooking with Crisco. Y'all got me? I'm gonna write this out, too, so we can get this thing straight. I appreciate you, bro.
Doing stuff you're not supposed to do to get the things you needed to do, the stuff you're supposed to.
Absolutely. I was breaking the law to make the money I needed in order to do what I wanted.
And fraud is basically just like shape-shifting into someone who didn't do, an innocent person who didn't do anything. Yes, that's exactly what it is. So, and I know like young kids in here, I'm telling you real stuff. So I don't know, some parents may be like, oh, this brother getting kind of heavy. But if we don't talk to our kids about it, they're going to learn about it a different way, and we're not going to be able to control it. So in a controlled environment, this is the best. So if your kid ride home and they like, hey, mommy, can you please explain to me what fraud is? What was he talking about? Explain. Don't say you're too young, right? Don't say I'll tell you later. Tell them now. Because if they find out from you and they understand that it's wrong and there's a different way to do things, they're more likely to do that when it's introduced to them another way. Does that make sense? Okay, so I was incredibly selfish. Like, so much so that when I did things that make $20,000 or $30,000 or $40,000 a week, and I'm saying that I'm homeless, or I'm saying that I don't have a place to stay, or I owe child support, guess what I did when I made that money? What? You spent it.
I spent it on me. Went and bought new shoes, went and bought new clothes, ain't paid a dime in child support.
So you didn't care what happened to people.
Nope.
You just tried to get the money.
It was all about me.
For yourself.
It was all about me. So let me give you a definition of selfish, because we talked about selfish a little bit, but let me give you a definition of selfish that may hit home a little bit more. Selfishness is feeling like you deserve something that you didn't earn. Y'all get what I'm saying?
I was about to say something you did, something you think you deserve, but you didn't actually do anything right to get it.
That was decent too, but this is what I want you to do for the rest of the time that I'm up here. I want you to let me finish talking, and then at the end, when everybody's asking questions, then you can give your input too, okay? Only if you raise your hand. That cool? We got a deal? Bet, I appreciate that. So, selfishness. What's selfishness? What's being selfish? Anybody? What you got?
Only caring about yourself.
Okay. Another definition. The definition I just gave. What you got?
Doing something, not caring about the other people, what happened to them, just caring about what you.
Perfect. Anybody else? Go ahead.
Like buying stuff for you, but not for other people.
Very good. Selfish is feeling like you deserve something that you did not earn. Does that make sense? Feeling like you deserve something that you did not earn, right? And feeling like, so another word for that is entitled. So let me give you an example, right? Some of you may, every now and then, mom or dad or auntie or whatever, may mess around and just buy you a brand new pair of shoes, right? A brand new pair of shoes. You got a brand new pair of shoes, but your grades aren't that good. You haven't been cleaning up your room like you're supposed to. right? You haven't been doing anything around the house like you're supposed to, but as soon as y'all go in the store, y'all in the shoe store, you like, hey, Mom, like, let me get this purse right fast, or let me get this pair of shoes. And then they say, no, I'm not getting you those. You're like, well, why not? Now you got an attitude. Now you pouting. You see what I'm saying? You got a whole attitude. They mess around and get them, not because you deserve them, but because your feet are coming out of your shoes that you're wearing. You feel what I'm saying? But you're mad. You're pissed off at them because they told you no. That's being selfish. You didn't give them a reason to provide you with that gift. Does that make sense? Y'all with me? All right, cool. So here's the transition that I had to make. I had to make a transition from selfishness, and this is how I lost 6 figures 3 times. Homeless, suicidal, a whole bunch of other different things, right? Facing jail time, facing prison time. And went from that to helping my brother, me and my brother, helping, it don't matter what we make, helping tons of people that look just like you and me, right? Tons of entrepreneurs that look just like you and me get exactly what they want out of their lives. And it's not about the money that they make. It's about the life that they are able to create with this same system that we're giving y'all. Does that make sense? This same system, right? Here's the transition I made. I made a transition from selfishness to what we call selflessness. Y'all hear me? I made a transition from selfishness to selflessness. From thinking about how I can make the money to do things for myself to how can I help other people get what they want so that I can get what I want. Does that make sense? I want you to write this down.
Can I get my pen back?
You sure can, bro. Here. So, I want you to write this down. If you help enough people get what they want, if you help enough people get what they want, you will automatically get what you want.
Can you spell enough?
Yes. E-N. E-N-O-U-G-H. If you help enough people get what they want, you'll automatically get what you want. Y'all got me? So when I made the transition, I started thinking. I heard that one day from a guy, his name is Jim Rohn. I used to listen to Jim Rohn like religiously. I had like Audible. How many of y'all heard of Audible? You can listen to like books, because I used to not want to read, so I just listen to other people read to me.
My dad will listen to audiobooks on the highest speed.
Yeah, he does. Yeah. So I'm listening to books, and I heard Jim Rohn say, if you help enough people get what they want, you'll automatically get what you want. Around that same time, still going through the things I'm going through, still making money here and there, but not doing it the right way, me and bro reconnected, right? We reconnected. And I thought, you know what, from the moment I met him, we always been doing things individually. He been building his business, I've been building mine, right? But he keeps going this way, and I keep going like up and down, like I make good money, then I go to jail. I make good money, then I get arrested, all this different stuff, right? And then I'm like, okay, well, I know what he wants. Maybe I just should help him get what he wants. And if I help him get what he wants, then I can get what I want. Does that make sense? So I stopped feeling like I deserved it, and I started trying to earn it. Does that make sense? So this is how you transition from selfishness to selflessness. Y'all ready? Number 1, Decide to serve. Decide to serve. Instead of just saying, hey, Mom, can I get $20? How about you ask, hey, Mom, what can I do to earn $20?
Clean your room.
Clean your room.
I don't even get paid for cleaning.
Wash your car. Can I wash your car for $20, Mom?
That's too long.
Hey, Mom, if I wash your car, how much could I earn washing your car? How much could I earn if I wash the dishes? How much could I earn if I just, like, everything you do in the kitchen, I just did it for a week? How much could I earn?
That would be like $30 a day.
You remember the agreement we had? You're not doing too well on the agreement right now. You feel me? So let's work on that, okay? So decide to serve. That's number one. Number two, once you decide to serve, then you find someone to serve. Does that make sense? I'm just going to put find. You find someone to serve. So we talk about, in business, we talk about the big problem, right? So you got a t-shirt brand, right? What problem do you solve for the people that buy your clothes?
People want different designs and people who need clothes.
Okay, so people who need clothes, the biggest problem they have is number one, they need clothes.
And want different designs.
And they tired of wearing the same old stuff, right? So they want something unique. Every time they put on some clothes, somebody like, oh my goodness, where you get that from, right? Or that's a dope design, right? How about you, Promise? What's the big problem you solve?
Helping girls
Helping girls?
feel better about themselves.
Helping girls feel better about themselves, right? So the people that you serve, we're talking about finding someone that you serve. So the people that Promise serves, or the people that Promise found to serve, are women or girls that don't feel so good about themselves, right? And that's a big problem that they have, correct? Who else has a business that you want to tell me, like the people you serve? Anybody else? What you got?
I have a business where, like, when people, they, like, want to lose weight, they can eat, like, if they still like desserts, they can eat low-fat desserts.
Okay, so the people you found to serve are people that still like sweets, but they're kind of overweight, right? What's your name again? Caitlin. So the people that you found to serve are people that they like to eat sweets, but they don't want to gain weight, or they don't want to feel guilty because they ate sweets, right? So you give them a low-fat sweet option so they can still have sweets, but not get fat, right? I like that. So you found somebody to serve, right? Then number three, you serve them. Plain and simple. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
When you do these three things, and you focus, all of us, y'all, all of us, I just, real quick, say all. We're going to do like we do in church. Look to your neighbor and say, neighbor, we all selfish. In one way or another. Okay, good stuff. So, in the most perfect people, which there is none, right? Even the good people, right? Sometimes I'm still selfish, right? Sometimes you'll find, Promise, that you're being kind of selfish. Does that make sense? Sometimes, what's your name?
Rachel.
Miss Rachel, have you been selfish before?
Of course.
Have you been selfish this week?
Today.
You see what I'm saying? Pastor D, have you been selfish before?
Yes, I have.
Have you been selfish this week?
Not this week.
Not this week?
Not this week.
That's just because you was on vacation.
Not this week.
Last month, were you selfish?
Of course.
At least once or twice, right? So what I'm saying is, because I don't want you to feel guilty for thinking about yourself. Because thinking about yourself, I don't want to confuse you, but so I'm going to slow down, right? Thinking about yourself is important, right? But thinking about yourself won't ultimately get you what you want. Does that make sense? Let me give you an example. Bro was talking about airplane earlier. If, what's your name one more time? Rachel. I'm a pretty likable guy, right? Okay, so if we were on an airplane together, you're sitting next to me. The airplane has turbulence and we getting ready to crash, right? And you know they always say, I know that sounds scary, but just bear with me for a minute, right? So we're getting ready to crash. And you know they always say, you know, if you lose cabin pressure, whatever the case may be, in case of emergency, when the airbag drops or when the face mask drops, you help yourself first, and then you help the person next to you or any children or whatever the case may be. So if I'm having trouble, Rachel, and both of our masks fall, are you going to help me first? No. Because why?
Because I have to help me in order to help you.
Right. Because if we both losing air, right, you're not going to be able to help me too well if you can't breathe. Does that make sense? So when it comes to, there's a certain level of selfishness that is required for you to be successful. Does that make sense? Meaning, you have to be clear on what it is you do, and you have to make sure you do it well before you try to make money for it. Does that make sense? Y'all got me?
Yeah.
If you can't make cakes very well, then it would be kind of selfish to charge people money to buy your cakes, wouldn't it? Because they're not really getting what they want. Or you say my cakes are low fat, but you put like the most fattening chocolate in your cakes. That's kind of selfish, right? Because you're making money, but you're not helping anyone. Does that make sense? But what you've done is you've learned how to make cakes. What you've done is you've learned how to make t-shirts. What you've done is you've learned how to become confident in yourself. And because you're able to do it, because you're able to do it for yourself, you can now do it for others. Does that make sense? Does that make sense? Y'all got me? Raise your hand if you're with me. Raise your hand if I lost you. Perfect. Okay. So in order to make more money than you've ever made before and live a life better than you've ever imagined, what do you have to do? Transition. And what transition do you have to make? Go ahead. And what does selflessness mean?
To help other people.
To help other people. Great. And how do you help other people? What are the 3 steps to helping other people? What you got, boss?
Decide to serve, find and serve.
Okay. Now y'all want to hear like the trick part? This is the last part. I'm done. Y'all want to hear the trick part to this?
Yes.
Y'all want to hear the trick part to this? The thing that's easy to do is also hard to do. This is what I mean. It's not that difficult to transition from selfishness to selflessness, right? It's not that difficult. However, once you decide to make the transition, things get significantly harder. There's more challenges. Does that make sense? You gotta adapt, exactly. But things get, the moment you decide to do the right thing, there are going to be multiple challenges that come your way in order to keep you from doing the right thing. Y'all hear what I'm saying? Does that make sense? Cool. So, what grade you in, man? What's your name again?
Carmelo.
Carmelo? That's right. Like Anthony, right? The basketball player? Bet. You play basketball?
Yeah.
Dope. All right. So, Carmelo, what grade are you going to?
6th grade.
You're going to 6th grade? Okay. You remember when you were in 4th grade?
Yeah.
By the time you got to the end of fourth grade was pretty easy, right? Okay. And then school was over and the summer came and you were super excited about going to fifth grade, right? But at the beginning of fifth grade, it was a little bit harder than fourth grade, wasn't it? Right? Homework was harder. The teacher wanted more from you, right? That's exactly what I mean. The more you grow in life, the more you decide to shift from selfishness, only trying to serve you, to selflessness, focusing on serving others, there's going to be difficult things that come your way. And if you don't have the proper, y'all read it with me, because this is my favorite word. Y'all read this with me. Mindset. If you don't have the proper mindset, you won't, give you another word. I don't know if y'all know this or not. M-A-N-I-F-E-S-T. Manifest. Right? What does manifest mean, MJ? Okay, you know what the word is, but you don't know what it means. Okay, cool. Manifest means to make real. Right? If you don't have the proper mindset, you can never manifest.
What does it mean?
It means to make it real.
Is there more than one definition?
To make it a reality. Yeah, there is. That was putting it in my own words, MJ. I put it in my own words. So if you don't have the proper mindset, you can never manifest. You can only manifest when you have the proper mindset. Does that make sense? So now, y'all remember I was talking to you about breaking the law and making $20,000, $30,000, $40,000 a month, right? Yes. But I always had to look over my shoulder. Always had to, and I used to drive with a dirty license. Y'all know what a dirty license is, right? Like my license was suspended. Yeah. I shouldn't have been driving, right? Always used to drive with a dirty license. You remember that, bro? Always used to drive with a dirty license, right? Illegal. So illegal, exactly. So always driving, always doing the wrong thing, but I'm making tons of money, right? And I never thought, I was like, if I don't break the law to make this money, I'll never make this money legally. But now, because all I do is focus on service, all I want to do is see that dude in the back of the room win. All I want to do is see our clients win. All I want to do is see you all win. And because of that, I'm able to make more money probably in my sleep than I ever did breaking the law. Does that make sense? Does that make sense? Because I'm focused on service instead of just focusing on what I get. Does that make sense? Yes. So the moment I decided to really live, the more you help people get what they want, then you will automatically get what you want. My entire life changed. I used to not be able to even take care of my kids. Now one of my children live with me. Y'all feel what I'm saying? Both of my kids are in private school. Y'all hear what I'm saying? My daughter that I didn't even meet until she was 1 year old absolutely adores me. I was talking to her on the way here. She's 9. And she was telling me how proud of me she is. Right? Remember, my whole family used to disown me. Now everybody loves me, right? Because all I want to do is help people now. Does that make sense? Yes. Does that make sense? Yes. So I want you to think about, on the way home, I want you to think about what is a way that you can serve someone in your house. It could be mom, it could be dad, it could be an uncle, it could be an auntie, it could be a cousin, could be a friend, whatever the case may be. Hold on real quick. What is one way you can serve that person? What's one way you can put a smile on their face? What's one way you can help them get something that they want? And then as you help them get what they want, I want you to pay attention to what you end up getting in return. Does that make sense? Y'all got me? I want y'all to pay attention to that. So real quick. Any questions? Any questions? MJ, what you got, boss?
The thing that you said, who can you serve? Like my grandma, she does a lot of hard work around the house.
Okay.
So I'm thinking I could help her do some of the stuff.
Okay, what's one thing you can help her do?
Clean up the living room and stuff.
That's a good idea. That's a great idea. You should get on that. She lives with you? Where does she live?
She only comes sometime. I haven't seen her in like 2 years.
Okay. So we probably want to find somebody that we see often or regularly. Like maybe at your house.
But she came back yesterday.
Oh, she came back. Okay. Okay, so you're going to help her clean her living room. Okay, cool. I like that. Everybody give MJ a hand. He's serving. He's serving. What's something else? What's something that you can do, Promise? What she ain't do? Younger sister? Okay. Help do it for her or help her do it? She's not gonna help. You just gonna clean it for her? All right, cool. Yeah, give Promise a hand. Let me get one of the adults. What's your name?
I'm April.
April.
Yes.
April, what is a way that you're gonna serve this week?
Yeah. A way that I'm gonna serve this week will be yes, I can help my mama too. I don't know, you caught me off guard.
I know I did.
I could help my mom by not mumbling under my breath when she asks me to do something like I'm 12.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I could do that.
That probably would be helpful. Yeah. Silence is a service.
Yes, it is.
Silence is a service, for sure. For sure. So yeah, everybody give April a hand. April, you're not the only adult in here that still does that to their parents, for sure. Yeah, but y'all got any questions for me? I definitely appreciate you. Before I get in that, I definitely appreciate y'all listening. Hopefully I gave you something that you can take out of these doors and make your life better, make your life different. But yeah, does anybody have any questions? What you got, MJ?
It's like most people say, you don't come out the same way you came in.
That's the goal, MJ. That is definitely the goal. I appreciate you, boss.
I have like 5 notes in my pocket.
You do? Good stuff. Good stuff. Good stuff. MJ ain't gonna leave me hanging for sure. Any questions? Any questions? Bet.
Get your hand. Give me a hand. So hold on. All right. So what y'all get out of that? What y'all get? What's the big takeaway y'all got from that? Big takeaway. Somebody. Go ahead. Hold on. Jamari talking. What you got? Jamari, right? Okay, perfect. I said his name right. Cool. Transitioning. Cool. So making that understand how to make that transition. Good job. I'll give Jamari a hand. Give him a hand.
If you help people enough, if you help enough people get what they want, you automatically get what you want.
Good job. Give him a hand. Good job. Who else? That's how you hand. What's okay, okay?
Serve yourself before you serve somebody else.
Serve other people before you save yourself before you serve other people. Good job. Give her a hand. Anybody else?
Instead of being selfish, be selflessness.
Cool. Give him a hand. Anybody else? What you got, Jalen? Everything ain't always about you? Yeah. Cool. Give him a hand.
Even some things that are easy, they're still hard.
Even some things that are easy are also hard to do? So things that are easy to do is also hard to do? Or easy not to do, right? Cool. Give him a hand. Anybody else? Jakai, what you got? I knew you were going to raise your hand. I saw you better taking crazy notes. What you got, bro?
It's easy to input yourself into somebody else's life instead of you always being self-centered and inputting in yourself.
Good job. Give him a hand, give him a hand, give him a hand, give him a hand. Hey, real quick, I want to acknowledge Jakai real quick, man, for real quick, publicly, because Jakai been coming about 4 weeks, I think, 5 weeks, right?
Yeah, about 4.
It's not even been that long, because you've been about 4 weeks, so probably about 3 weeks.
About 3.
And when he first came, he was just chilling. He wasn't saying nothing. He was just like, it seemed like he was kind of like, man, when we going to get up out of here?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But he still been coming back. He still been coming back. Now I saw him back there taking notes. He came in super engaged. I think last week he was like going to sleep. But it was cool, right? When you put him on blast, I get it. It's cool. But he's still been plugged in. Obviously, he was still listening. He better taking crazy notes, engaged. So give my brother Jakai a hand, man. That's huge. That's huge. Cool. Anybody else?
No.
Jari.
Know what you're doing before you try to sell a product.
Know what you're doing before you try to sell a product. I love it. Give him a hand. Give him a hand. I love it.
It's easy to make a transition, but if you don't have the proper mindset, it's going to be almost impossible to manifest.
Boom. Give him a hand. Give him a hand. And that's why the whole 7 pillars, the first one start with what? The what?
Mindset.
The right mindset. I'm telling you, the mindset, everything. Who else? Anybody else? Cool. So y'all in for a treat. I want y'all. So y'all get a double hitter today. Just a quick, like appetizer. Y'all get an appetizer today of this individual, right? So yeah. So I couldn't cheat y'all like this. So I got like probably, and he's probably one of the. Well, I won't say probably. He is one of the smartest brothers I know. Like anytime you make a recommendation, book recommendation, anything, I'm like, let me get that. Like I hit him sometimes and be like, hey bro, what book you reading? What you recommend? He's hands down easily one of the smartest brothers I know, just from a way of thinking standpoint, from a business standpoint, from a number standpoint, just all around world-class individual. He came up here we're doing an event the next 2 days for our higher level clients. So he flew in because he's speaking at the event. But since he came through, I'm like, I got to get him to at least drop a couple gems on y'all. So would y'all be open to hearing just real quickly from one of the smartest people I know? Raise your hand if you be interested. Clap your hand if you be interested. So Mike, come join me up in the front, bro. Give Mike and my brother Mike, Mark, give him a hand, give him a hand, give him a hand, give him a hand. Give him a hand. Y'all can do better than that. Y'all can do better than that. So bro, talk to him, man. So you've been here, this is your first time. What you think?
Amazing. You guys are lucky. You don't realize what you have in front of you probably, because the knowledge that comes from people who are actually in the trenches doing it firsthand and who are willing to, without you guys even paying, they're showing up here to answer your questions and help you get one step ahead. It's priceless. Like, people pay Marquel and Dre thousands and tens of thousands of dollars to get access to what you guys are getting for free. And it's easy to sleep on it. It's easy to take it for granted, because sometimes when we're not paying for it, we do that. But if you see it for what it is and you look at the gift and you really seize the opportunity, then you can change your life. Like, easy. You will be a millionaire if you believe it. If you show up consistently and you come like promised and you go, okay, I'm done with my website. What's next? And you'll notice that the people who will get the results will say that. Done. What's next? Anytime he asks me for a book, or even if I just mention, yeah, I read this really good book. Bet, I just ordered it on Amazon. I'm going to get back to you with the notes. Literally, I don't even get it done and he's already ordered the book. Right? And so, some things you guys, by looking at me, you probably wouldn't guess, but I rap. I rap like I'm good.
He dope too, he dope.
Rap.
Yeah, he dope.
And so,
now he rap.
What Dre's saying is real. So, I came out of jail for my second time in 6 months. Right? You wouldn't look at me and go, oh, this guy went to jail and blah, blah, blah. I came out of jail my second time in 6 months, and I was trying to be a rapper. And I was like Dre was, where I was a leech, right? I gave nothing to anybody and tried to consume everything from everybody. And I was just a leech of a person. And after I came out of jail 2 times in 6 months, it was kind of like, okay, maybe I gotta look in the mirror and figure out what's going on. One of the things that has really impacted me more than anything, we live in a really unique time. You know, I know for history up until now, you know, you guys, I understand being black in America is difficult. It's just hard, and that's the fact. And it's changing now, because in my generation, you know who my role models are, the people I look up to? Diddy, Rick Ross, Dr. Dre, RZA, like, all my role models are black men. And this is changing. History is changing right now because of hip hop, right? And you guys have that opportunity. Nipsey Hussle, these are my role models. These are the people who taught me a lot of what I know today. And one of my favorite lines comes from Jay-Z. He says, I break bread with the late heads, picking their brains for evils and all the angles that the game will do. Right? What he's basically saying is ask people who have been there. Ask the people, and the questions that you guys want to understand are, where do beginners make mistakes? Basically, you want to know all the evils that the game will do. And once you figure it out, you can avoid those. You can shift your behavior to be in alignment with wisdom, the long-term mentality. And in doing that, everything changes. After coming out of jail for that second time, 5 years later, I've gone on and helped 100+ people build $1 million businesses personally. I have over 15 8-figure people that I've helped them grow businesses to $10 million plus per year. And today I just came from the studio working with Lil Baby's engineer and the 4PF people recording a song. And before, I could never get that opportunity. I couldn't even afford that studio. I couldn't even afford to work with people like that. And they're hitting me up like, yo, these are the people that QC, basically the people who put on Migos, the people who put on Lil Baby, these are their marketing team. And I'm like, cool, give me their info. I can afford it now. Because I did what Dre said. I shifted my needs from how do I get for me, and I focus on how do I help these people get what they need, and as the process just keeps going, then you end up where you want to be, right? So don't take this for granted. Look at what these guys are doing. Come in. Don't just take notes. Take action. Come and say, done. So what's next? And you will ask better questions when you're actually doing. That's the key. Beginners can't ask good questions because they don't have the requisite knowledge to ask a good question. You have to do stuff in order to be able to formulate the proper question. And the more time you spend reading, and the more time you spend doing and formulating questions, those things will combine and radically alter your life. In 3 to 5 years, you won't even recognize who you are anymore. That's what I got for you guys.
Bars. Any questions? Any questions for Mike? What you got?
You're a really smart guy.
Smart guy.
Any questions? Any questions? I'm telling you what you got to do. Surround yourself with those smart people. Somebody got questions?
I got one question.
Yeah, bro.
How did you get into the business of helping people grow their business without you even having a real established business?
Yeah, that's a good question. So initially what I was told was first learn how to serve, second learn how to sell, third learn how to build systems, right? So that was what I was given as like the keys to the kingdom or the blueprint, right? And so in the blueprint, in serve, I did a bunch of stuff. I worked at hotels, basically front desk, bellman, concierge. I started as a bellman. That's kind of where I started there, front desk manager, concierge. I figured out how to serve other people and be able to give them what they want. Then I had to learn how to sell, which is different because sometimes when you're selling, you aren't giving someone necessarily what they want, you're giving them what they need, and you're really helping them overcome an obstacle or overcome an emotional barrier. I got really good at sales. That was like, I focused and I mastered sales, and then any business owner in the world needs sales. And then that was how I started to be able to come in and say, hey, I think I can help you sell more. And once I could do that, then I started getting a track record. People started saying, yo, talk to this guy, he's really good. And then I started being able to just be like, yeah, I'll help you sell more. And boom, business owners started coming to me, and then it just started snowballing as a result. So.
How did you become a rapper?
I said I wanted to do it, and I did it. You know, I remember the thing, I watched Biggie in Hypnotize in the music video, and I said, I'm going to do that. MJ.
Rap.
Okay. So this is what I used to actually think when I was broke. I used to think, each week fidget, check my bank account, I only see 3 digits, the world is frigid, stomach empty, and so is the fridge. I'm trying to find greener pastures over the bridge. I need a roof overhead, expanding soon overhead, creeps up so much I can't even keep up, especially trying to provide for me and my mamacita. We want a 2-seater, drop top and booming speakers.
Hey, look.
Hey, it's relatable.
Look, it's off the vert. Like, don't even think about it. Good stuff. Any other questions?
Yeah.
Did you write that all? Did you write that all down, or did it just come out of your mind?
That was written. Yeah. But you'll do both. Like I can freestyle and do it off the top and write.
Are we going to the hotel tonight?
But I can't. If I do it off the top, I say bad words. So I'm not gonna say it.
Good. Everybody good? Any questions? My man, get Mike a hand. Appreciate you, bro. My man. Cool. So much. What did y'all get out of that? Real quick. I know we're in overtime a little bit. What y'all get out of that? What y'all get?
Rap.
He can rap. Cool. What did you get that's beneficial to you that you can actually implement? What did you get? He dropped so many bars in there.
Beginners don't ask good questions.
Ooh, that was a bar. Anything? What y'all get?
Reading is the cheating code.
Reading is the cheat code. I'm telling you. Anybody? What y'all get? What you get?
Take action.
Take action.
I'm done. What's next?
I'm done. What's next? I did that.
Right.
Now what's next? I'm telling y'all, when I hire coaches, which we always do, and they give me an action step, Mike just told you, like, you need an action step, or do this, all right, what's next? What's next? They like, well, you implement just too fast. Like, what's next? Like, what's next? Telling you. That's why Jalen been here 4 weeks. He came here first week, implemented. Text me like, hey, I got my logo done on Fiverr. Bet, do this. That's Jalen. That's Jalen who I've been telling you about. I've been telling everybody about you, bro. He was like, got my logo. What's next? All right, do this. All right, done. What's next? And this is exactly how this went. I didn't even tell him that, but like he literally sat up here and just said exactly how our relationship been the past 3 weeks, right? And you seen the 2 parts, right? Yep. It's like he hit me up, be like, I did this, what's next? All right, do this. I did this, what's next? I want to get my shirts now. How many you want to get? 100. All right, bet. Let me hit my people up. Boom, let me work a number out for you. All right, we get the shirt. What color you want? All right, these are the sizes I want. It worked just like that. So that's why I be telling y'all, like, do something, come back in here, or text me. You got my number. It's like I don't even get my number out. I don't even answer my phone. Like, y'all got my number. Y'all can hit me up. Like, Promise to hit me. Jalen to hit me. Like, that's it. I don't hear from the rest of y'all until. I mean, you in my house, but he don't even like ask the right questions. So it's like, is this making sense? Yep. Cool. Any other questions? Everybody good? All right. Your homework assignment. We're gonna get back to our millionaire vocabulary next week because we had to go over time this week, and then we're gonna get back into the quiz. So y'all got the vocabulary words so far to be studying, because next week we're gonna do teams and give out cash and all that good stuff. Dre, I'm gonna let you pick. We always do a Black entrepreneurship history. I'm gonna let you pick the person this week. Who are they doing their Black entrepreneurship history on this week?
That's a good one. E.F. Hutton.
E.F. Hutton.
Spell it.
E.F. That's the first name, literally E.F.
Yep.
Last name Hutton. Hutton. So far, for those who, we've done Marcus Garvey.
Okay.
We've done Maynard Jackson,
Okay.
who the airport is named after. We've done Herman J. Russell.
Okay.
We've done Alonzo Herndon. He's the first Black millionaire in Atlanta.
Okay.
Who else? We did OW this past week.
Okay.
Yeah. So this week.
So can I switch it?
Yeah, for sure.
Let's do A.G. Gaston.
Ooh, that's a good one. A.G. Gaston. That's one of my favorites.
I've heard of him before.
Gaston.
Gaston. You writing this down while you playing? Christian, you writing this down while you playing? Exactly, because you playing. A.G., the letter A.G.
A.G.
Last name Gaston. Gaston.
Do we do two people?
No,
Just A.G. Gaston. What you got?
Sometime can you do like Disney World?
Yep, we want to do that one next week? We can talk about that one next week. Cool.
I like challenges, so let's do two people.
Good. Let's get you to do one first. And then we can talk about doing two. Yeah.
Did we do Herman J.
If you get that, huh? Yeah, we did Herman J. Russell before. All right, y'all got it? Any questions? Study your millionaire vocabulary that you already got.
What we doing with Honey?
Yes.
Huh? I'll tell you in a minute. Hang around. I got you. So A.G. Gaston. Hold on. A.G. Gaston, make sure you clean up around your area, because we need to make sure the room is back how it was before we got in here. And do the work. And look at your notes. 20 minutes a day and implement something, y'all. Whatever you haven't been implementing out of the 7 pillars, implement something. And then next week, we want to hear about what you implemented. Does that make sense? Action is where the magic happens. What's up?
Is it an snacks?
No, we don't got snacks. I don't think. No, I think we might got some snacks.